Kephrii is a relatively well-known member of the community in Overwatch, known as an incredible widowmaker player, but also known for reporting a little bit too many players for some people's liking, calling cheats, and for some people, crying wolf. And I want to talk a little bit about that, as I think that it's an interesting topic to talk about, reporting cheaters and working against cheating in a game. But at the same time, I also think that Kephrii is getting sometimes a little bit too much hate. And I want to at least give my 2 cents about Kephrii ruining the Overwatch community with his blatant reporting of cheaters and calling hacks. Hello there, my beautiful and lovely gamers, as always. My name is Jonal. It's been a long time since this thing has been on. Hopefully, I will start streaming soon again on Twitch. I know I've said that like a billion times. I'm working on stuff and making sure that it works. As I moved in with my girlfriend, very first time moving this about it, very exciting. But at the same time, that I'm not bothering her, as it's a small student apartment and all kinds of stuff like that, right? Of course, before the video starts, like on the video, comment down below on your thoughts and opinions on this topic. It helps against the YouTube algorithm. It's very important for small content creators like myself to help in the algorithm, essentially promote the videos. As same goes, if you like this type of content, subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notification to stay updated for both Overwatch and also Valorant and other FPS content. And of course, as always, let's really just jump into this. Now, Kephrii, as you probably already know, if not, is a top 500 widowmaker player. He's an insane player. I actually did a breakdown a while back talking about his plays and how he played in contenders and what I thought about him potentially joining Overwatch League. If you're interested in that video, I will link it down in the description. I think it was a really well thought out video of myself. I spent a long time like reviewing games and looking at it. I even looked at some of the games on stream and so on. It was a very, very fun and entertaining thing, as a global esport at that time was playing like really weird DPS comps against like goats and shit like that. It was a very, very fun video, so I'll link that down in the description if you're interested in checking that out. But he's known also for reporting players, and in some instances reporting people falsely or accusing people falsely of cheating. And it has almost become a meme now, and there's been a lot of stuff and sometimes even drama happening about it. Stuff that I won't go into today, and that's an important thing with this video. I will not say if every single situation that Kephrii reported somebody, if that was the right choice or wrong choice, or why he was right or why he was wrong, because that's not what this is about. This is about the community and how I think they handle how Kephrii does it now, and certainly the target of harassment on Kephrii, but at the same time also talking a little bit about the importance and the responsibilities of a content creator and somebody that has a larger voice and somewhat credibility due to skill level in the community. Now, when it comes to that, the big issue that a lot of people have is Kephrii reporting players in a community health tournament where he accused a lot of people of cheating and so on, and you know, some of them being professional players, some of them just being high elo ladder players. And there's a couple of things that I think is important. If Kephrii reports you in a solo queue game, or just like thinks that somebody's cheating and he reports somebody, that's not something the community should be mad about. Like seriously, he's just if you think somebody's cheating, you should report them. That's the point of the reporting system. Kephrii doesn't get people banned. Like, there's some people that believe that Kephrii has this contacts in the Overwatch scene and in Blizzard, and he gets people banned if he doesn't want them to, you know, play on the ladder, and if he thinks they're cheating, you know, Blizzard will think they're cheating. There's all these kind of like conspiracy theories. Kephrii doesn't hold that power. Like, please, like he can't just call Jeff and be like, ban, you know, Pussy Slayer 99, and all of a sudden that guy gets banned. That's not how stuff works. And if Kephrii reports somebody, that should be fine. Like, if Kephrii thinks somebody's cheating, it's good that he's reporting them. That way, if enough people report the guy, Blizzard will actually take a look at the account, take a look at the data that they're getting server side, that they can use to kind of see if there's a software that is running or some inconsistency in the way they collect their data. and at the same time, can also maybe even go and watch some of the games and find out if they believe this guy is cheating. And if they make that verdict, that's up to Blizzard. Kephrii reporting that guy one time won't cause that. If this guy's reported multiple times, a lot of times with different players, then that might happen. And even if that happens and the guy isn't cheating, he won't get banned if he doesn't look like he's cheating. And that's the whole point. And again, that is important to kind of understand, because I think that there's a lot of people that at this point is actually just throwing shit just to throw shit, just because it's funny, right? Or they think it's cool. Like Kephrii will post a picture. So Kephrii, for those who don't know, was a bigger than what he is currently. He was, some people will say overweight, you can call it whatever you want. And he even says that himself and whatever. And a lot of people, you know, make fun of him, whatever, and now he has really done an amazing job in getting into shape. And that's, in my opinion, very admirable, because it's not easy to get as, like, Kephrii is actually shredded. He has a six-pack, he goes to the gym, he works out, he eats healthy. It's amazing to see one go from being slightly overweight or a bigger guy and then going to be incredibly fit. Like, he's not just like your average, you know, I go to gym, I'm in good shape. He's really fit. And he posts pictures of that on his Twitter, and people make fun of it. And I don't understand why. A guy should be allowed to post picture of him when he goes to the gym. That's really cool. Good job. It's really difficult. I would like to see everybody else that hate on him on Twitter do the exact same thing. That's really cool. And that shouldn't be something that people harass him for. And the same goes if he wasn't fit. If a guy is either just normally skinny or in normal shape, or you're overweight, you should still be allowed to post pictures of you without a shirt on, without getting harassed. That should be a completely normal, fine thing to do. And it's childish and it's stupid. And I don't think you should do it just because he reported your favorite player. Now, Kephrii does have some responsibilities. He has a large audience. And everyone with a voice, everyone from him to me, who only has like 18,000 subs, has a responsibility, especially for me as well, since I'm a coach. I work with contenders level. I work, a private coach, everything from bronze to 500. So I have this wide spectrum of experiences that I can draw from as credibility. Has a responsibility to not use the platform that we are given in the community to harass or ruin somebody's reputation. And that is what, in my opinion, the issue that has been from time to time with Kephrii. It is not the fact that he reported somebody to Blizzard. It is the fact that sometimes on stream, he has gone out and he is on purposely, and he does that. It's not wrong. Again, if you find a cheater in your solo queue game and you play his bot at 0.25, right? The meme, 0.25, oh my god, right? And you watch that gameplay and you talk with your chat and you make an entertaining stream about catching a cheater or potentially catching a cheater, right? And then Kephrii can make whatever verdict he wants from that and report the guy. There's nothing wrong with that. I think it's important to try to keep it nuanced. It's incredibly difficult to catch cheaters if they have very high-end cheats. It is incredibly difficult. If it's a low-end cheat, it can be very, very easy. And I think that the nuances come that sometimes, again, I haven't watched full, entire, 2-hour streams of him doing this. I just know that him and other people as well, when they see a cheater, sometimes, if there is a human touch to it, or if there's something that does that it doesn't look like he's cheating, they will, do stuff like, oh, his cheats bugged out, right? And at that point, I feel like you're not really being nuanced. You're trying to say, this guy's aimbotting, and if something happens in the replay or in the VOD or whatever you're watching that proves otherwise, a lot of time they just accuse it of, oh, it's his cheats bugging out, right? And I think that's wrong. At that point, you're not looking to actually find out that it's cheating. You're just using every evidence you can get, piling on it to kind of make a case. And this happened, like you say, there's like a 2-hour video. You should watch it. I will link to it in the description. It's hilarious, of this guy who has like collected like 2 hours worth of footage of Shroud cheating, right? And Shroud does insane flicks and insane shots, and that's the difficult thing. If you're a high elo player, you can sometimes look like you're hacking if you don't know what you're looking at. And it can be very easy to twist the narrative of, oh, he does a bad play, so it's clear that his game sense is too low, so he must be cheating. Or, okay, here it looks like he's cheating, here it doesn't look like he's cheating, but it's just his aimbot bugging out. And at that point, it's very easy to kind of brute force a narrative. I think that when you're looking after somebody cheating, you're looking for very blatant, obvious stuff, like incredibly snappy, and pro players can flick and be very, very snappy, and they might just be a god. But you're looking at like these very, very blatant stuff, like tracking through walls, incredibly snappiness, random spamming into rooms and lucky shots, and like just incredibly like insane flicks happens. And I think that's completely fine and shouldn't be reported for cheats, right? The amount of time I have spammed through a smoke in Valorant and gotten a kill because I thought somebody was there, even with an AWP, right? I sent a bullet through the smoke, I thought somebody might be there, and I hit it. It looks like I'm cheating because I just headshot quickscope somebody through the smoke with my AWP. But it's just really me being lucky and just like guessing that maybe somebody's there, right? And the amount of time I miss those, right, is significantly outweighing that. So I think that's the important part, to try to make it nuanced and try to not tunnel vision on calling hacks. And this goes for everybody, including myself, when I make these this guy might be cheating videos on my channel, that I try to make it as new as possible, that I try to bring up both sides of the narrative, and then I make my own verdict. And my own verdict is my verdict. If I want to report the guy, I should be allowed to report the guy. The issue becomes when you are targeting a known member of the community, especially somebody that has a lower audience base, right? It might be a professional player, but he has a lower viewer base, a smaller community that is around him. And then you accuse that guy of cheating, because you're ruining his reputation, you're dragging away viewers, and you're actually hurting the guy if your credibility holds up and people believe you. And that's something that should be taken very seriously, in my opinion. And at that point, I understand why some people might be mad at someone like Kephrii when that happens. I can understand that somebody might be frustrated that somebody with a larger audience is accusing you of cheating, because it doesn't feel good from this guy that has been, grinding, been honest, grinding his ass off, practicing, dedicated. It's risky trying to go professional in this game and in any esport. Like we always hear the glorious hero stories, but the amount of time I've seen friends, online players that I've been working with for long periods of time, dedicate their life, not gone to school, dropped out of university to pursue this career, not gotten off a stream, right? They didn't blow up on Twitch, they didn't blow up on YouTube, they didn't get into teams for contenders, they were stuck in open div for the rest of their career. Very, like, high elo players, 4.6k peak, right? High elo players, really good people, dedicating time and failing, right? And then tossing away 2 years of your life, right? It's really huge. So when you dedicate that much time, you made it, and then you get accused of cheating, especially if you don't have a name for yourself, a proper name for yourself, outside of, small, open div, somebody, has scrimmed against you or whatnot, or you're on the ladder and you're trying to make it, that can ruin your career. Because, people might not want to watch you, some team might not want to sign you, people might not want, there can be a lot of things that can really sabotage you. If you look at Necros, for example, who's been accused of cheating multiple times, the thing with Necros was that he was really good in explaining himself. He made a really good video counteracting the cheating accusations, talking about, and he has been successful because of that. There's still people that I know today that doesn't want to watch his stream. Doesn't want to watch his streams, not his VODs, nothing. Doesn't want to support that guy because he's cheating, he's hacking. There's a lot of people that still believe that, even though he made a really good video about it. And I think that's important to remember, that you are a professional player, you are a competitive player, you're a streamer, you're a content creator, whatever you are, you shouldn't also have to be a public relationship expert. Necros made a good video, but if you don't know how to respond to these accusations, or even worse, you don't have the platform to respond. You have a YouTube channel with 300 subscribers, right? You don't know how to make a thumbnail. You don't know how to make the content. You're maybe bad at responding. It can be really, really difficult when somebody is piling on and they have a strong, big community behind you, and you just hit with a ban, or a hate wagon, and nobody wants to play with you, right? And it ruins your career. It ruins your reputation. And now you have to, for no reason, for you just playing good. And that can be very, very frustrating. And that's dangerous. And that's the thing that I think is important to remember when you are a content creator. And I think Kephrii, in later time, has very much improved on that side. I don't know if he regrets the accusations that he made back then. I don't know if he stands behind them. I know there has been some drama between him and Aimbots, which is clearly Aimbots, in my opinion, trying to bait Kephrii to report him so he can make a video on it. And definitely, again, playing in on the fact that Kephrii is known to report players, so it's always funny to watch Kephrii fuck up. I just think there's a lot of really negative things around him, and every time Kephrii reports somebody, there's some dude on Twitter who's like, "Oh my god, Kephrii reported me, guys! What the fuck?" Right? And then, the bandwagon happens again. And then people make fun of him and start, like, harassing the guy online. Kephrii should be allowed to report whoever the fuck he wants. That's the point of the reporting system. Kephrii should watch out, like every other content creator, that when you're making accusations, especially against known figures in the community, and especially when you're bigger than them, that has an impact, and you should be aware of that, and you should think of that before the accusation is made, in my opinion. But at the same time, I think the community should not be so fast to jump the gun and be like, "Fuck you for reporting this guy, like, how dare you, accuse my guy, Billy Bob 29, dude, he's a homie," right? And just, like, start harassing him on every single level. At that point, rather be like, "Dude, this is ridiculous, whatever," and then blow past it. And I think that's essentially what this video is. It's very hard to detect cheats. It's really good to see someone like Kephrii trying to put the effort and energy into stop cheating, which is a problem in Overwatch, like in every other game, but it still is a problem in Overwatch. Same with Valorant, right? It's an issue, and it's good to see someone in the community at least trying to do their part in reporting and seeing, if lists of these guys are hacking, I've sent them the report. If he's hacking, he will get banned. If not, then nothing happens. And that's fine. That's good. More people should do that. If you think somebody's cheating, be on the safe side, report him. You shouldn't false report. You shouldn't just report because you're salty. And I think that it's important, again, for content creators to take it with a pinch of salt, to think about what they're actually saying, especially when we're targeting individual content creators or players. That is taken a little bit careful with some of the accusation. Rather say, I think this looks a little bit suspicious. He might not be hacking. He might be, I'm not really sure here, dude. I will report him just in case. But who knows? Like, it's difficult to see, because it is difficult. I don't think if somebody has a really high-end cheat, it is almost impossible to detect them without being the company itself who has access to data on it. Because of how low-budget cheats are easy to detect, because they are very blatantly, very obvious. I have some videos on my channel where I think it's incredibly clear that the guy is using an aimbot, because it's a platinum game. He is missing every single time. Team fight breaks out. It's a clutch fight. All of a sudden, he's snapping onto heads, tracking through walls, right? And it's like, okay, this looks sus. I'm not saying that he is 100% cheating, because I don't actually know. I'm just saying that he's, like, for all I know, it's actually, Seobli that's sitting on his platinum strength on EU, and he's watching Netflix on his other monitor, and then teamfight breaks out, and then he pauses it and it goes back to the game. Or it's my little brother playing, and then when he's losing, the big brother actually sits down and, starts carrying the fuck out of him, right? For all I know, that's what's happening on the other side of the monitor, because I actually don't know. I'm just saying that in those videos, it looks like he's cheating, so I'm reporting it. And I find it's fun content, it's good content, more people think it's fun content to watch. So I don't think there's anything wrong in trying to see if the guy's cheating, trying to find out if he's cheating, as long as, one, people understand that reporting somebody in this game is completely fucking fine and shouldn't be something the community gets mad about, rather something the community should be glad for, so that we can root out cheaters and find them, because nobody wants those fucking losers in our games. And two, if you are reporting somebody, or if you're using a platform to talk directly to somebody, especially a smaller content creator, but if you're directly targeting a specific person, remember the impact that you're having. Remember the negative consequence that can happen out from this. And that's the second important part to kind of bring out from this. And if you're calling somebody out for a cheater, and the community think that he's not cheating, or the guy himself is like, I'm not cheating, the guy should respond, and there should be pushback. A guy's career should not be ruined on false accusation. I'm not saying that it should be, again, I'm not saying that you should never be allowed to report a pro player or somebody with a small community. I think that's good that somebody sometimes speak out and says, okay, this is the evidence I have, this is why I think it's cheating. But if people disagree with that, there should be also be pushback. But we don't have to fucking go to like childish levels of like targeting, like, oh my god, look at this guy, he's posting shirtless pics on his Twitter, what a fucking dumbass, right? I don't think that kind of, again, I don't think harassment solves anything. I think it just looks dumb and turns into like a childish like shitfest where people just like throwing insults like fucking third graders. I think it's stupid, and has no value in the discussion of if this guy's cheating, yes, no, and that's really it. I hope you guys like this type of content. I hope you could like this video. If you like the video, comment down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? What's your thoughts on this topic? I think it's a very interesting topic because it's a lot of morality, and how you can somehow talk about a topic of somebody doing something illegal without actually having 100% credible evidence, and how the court of the social court of justice, right, social media, judgment on social media affects those decision and the social platform that you have. I think it's a very interesting discussion, and I would like to hear from you down in the comment section. Subscribe to the channel, turn on bell notifications if you like Overwatch, Valorant, FPS content like this, and of course, as always guys, please do take care of yourselves, stay positive. I love you guys very, very much. Stay safe, wash your hands as always. My name is Jonal, and you guys keep the enemy.